I'm gonna tell you everything about how I met my long distance fiance now. It was very beautiful, so go and grab a coffee, maybe your favorite dessert, popcorn, I don't know, but let's go. Everything started with me wanting to have, a good relationship. So, I was tired of, meeting people and not really liking them, I don't know. So a friend told me about her long distance relationship. Actually, he's from Australia, and then she said, "Oh yeah, you should download the app Christian Mingle." And I said, "Oh wow, should I?" And then I thought maybe yeah. So then I downloaded the app Christian Mingle, and it was kind of interesting. But obviously I saw some profiles, but then I was like looking at the pictures, and then I found this guy who had very cute freckles, and I thought that he was cute. So, and then I saw the description, and in the description I remember something that he said, I want my queen, or I don't remember well what he wrote in the description, but I thought that was cute, and I don't know, I thought it was cute. So then I sent him a message. And then he replied back. I don't really remember how everything started, but I remember that his messages were very nice. I remember he wasn't the typical that writes a message "Oh, how are you?" and then you say, "Oh, I'm well," or whatever. No, he was always writing long messages, and that's the thing that captured me. I remember very well that he was telling me about his mom and how he makes, the mom makes paella, and how they went to a tamales party and stuff. I really remember that conversation. And that's when I thought oh, nice. I like that he's making an effort to tell me about stuff, we were talking very nicely, and I really like that. I really, really like that. So then I paid for that app for 1 month. I said 1 month, that's enough. And then I remembered I never sent him a picture from me, in my face and stuff. I never did it, and I think he didn't either. So just one day, because he had COVID, it was in that time, he had COVID, and then he said that he didn't look good, he never sent me pictures like that. But then when the month was ending, I told him, hey, I'm leaving, trying to give him a hint of, okay, what, maybe WhatsApp or something, because in Mexico we use a lot of WhatsApp. And then he said, okay. So then he said, oh yeah, let's message in WhatsApp. And then we started messaging in WhatsApp a lot. And then I remember one of the first videos he sent me was of his tattoos, because he had he has a lot of tattoos here. Well, it's one big one. And I remember that one, and I sent him this little tattoo here. And we were talking about that, and we were talking. And then one day in our conversation, he said, we were talking about our birthdays, and then he said, oh, wouldn't it be nice for me to visit you in your birthday? And I said, yeah, I would love it. I would love him to come, right? I was excited. I was oh, let's see, obviously we were messaging, so I was oh, let's see, no? And then one day we were talking in video call. We were in a video call, and then he said, and we were talking in a video call, and then he said, oh, let's check the airplane tickets. And I was oh yeah, let's check the airplane tickets, right? And then he said, wow, right now they're perfect. He said, I'm gonna buy it right now. And I said, what? And I got very excited. I was oh, okay, this is real. Okay, he's doing it. So then he bought the airplane tickets. And then by that moment, I was living in Querétaro, but I was gonna live in Morelia after. So he bought the tickets for Morelia. And 1 or 2 months happened after he bought the airplane tickets for it was in January when he bought them, and my birthday is in March. So he bought them for March, right? And 2 months happened around. I was in Morelia doing my stuff, my job, whatever. And then the time came. The time came where I was gonna meet him. And obviously I was very nervous. I was like, "Oy, I'm nervous because I don't know this person in person, but I really like him, you know." So then he came. He had to come. I had to take a taxi to the airport because I wanted to receive him. And I made like a nice cartel. How do you say that? Well, a nice sign, like saying hello. I made brownies, and I don't remember what else, but I gave him that. And then I was waiting there outside the airport. Well, outside the gate. And then I think I saw him, but I didn't know. But he says that he saw me, and then he was like, "Oh," he was like, "Oh," he was nervous. And then when I saw him, he was coming walking, and then I met him, and then we hugged, and it was a very nice hug. It was very nice, like it was nice. And I'm not gonna lie, but I was very nervous that he wasn't that tall, you know, because here in Mexico, I remember I talked with some people, they were like, yeah, I'm high and whatever, but I remember they were like short, and then I said, no, I don't want him to be shorter than I am. Like I like my man to be a little bit higher, you know. And then because I'm kind of high for Mexicans, you know, in Mexico there's not like very high people sometimes. So when I met him, I was like, yeah, perfect height. I love that. Okay, good, we're going okay. And then I remember going in the taxi, and I like put my arm, like he put his arm here. I don't know how to explain it, but well, I hold his arm like this. Then I put my head in his shoulder, and we were in the taxi, so it was like a 40 minutes drive. And then it was very nice. It was very nice. I really liked that. I really remember that, and it was very nice. Then we went to his Airbnb because he was going to stay in another Airbnb, in his Airbnb, not with me, because, you know, like safety measures, whatever it's called. So yeah, he went to his Airbnb, and we took all his stuff. It was already late. It was like 12. And then I remember our first kiss, he kissed me, but I didn't know how to react, and he always laughs about that. I didn't know how to react, I'm sorry. But, you know, I don't know, I didn't even have words in that moment, so I was like, oh, okay, so I didn't kiss him back, and then he says that he thought that I didn't like him. So, but it was funny. And yeah, but then after, actually, eventually I kissed him, obviously. But yeah, it's because it was that moment where I didn't know what to do, because I don't know, I was nervous too, you know. So, but it was very, very nice. Yeah, and even when he was in another country, he was always so nice, like picking me up, taking me to restaurants, like paying, like doing all of those things that I was like kind of, because, you know, like I always thought as Mexican that Americans are very liberal. Like sometimes, like you pay you, I pay myself, or stuff like that, like split and everything. So I saved money to, like, for when he came, so just in case, you know. But knowing that he's very traditional and the way I am, I was like, yeah, that's nice, that's very nice. So I was very, very happy with that. That's why I fell in love with him. So a lot of stuff happened after that, a lot of stuff and very crazy things that happened in this trip. And I would love to tell you more about it, but I'll tell you in the next video coming the next week. So I hope you can subscribe to my channel, activate the little bell and follow me on all my social media, so you can know a little bit more about who I am, who is he, our relationship, and all these factors about him being American and Mexican. So yes, thank you so much. And if you want to know more about tips of your long distance relationship, I think you should check the next video. Bye!